This video is an explanation of how to recover from a breakup, mental, and practical aspects of healing. Breakups are often painful and emotionally taxing. They can affect self-esteem, daily routines, and overall well-being. Breakups may trigger feelings of loss, rejection, and confusion. It's important to recognize that healing takes time, and everyone experiences breakups differently. Breakups can bring about a range of emotions and stages: anger, bargaining, depression. This involves discussing the emotional, along with strategies, regardless of the circumstances, such as denial, and eventually acceptance. Emphasize that it's okay to feel hurt, lost, or upset. Recognizing and validating emotions is the first step toward recovery. Healing starts by allowing yourself to grieve the loss of the relationship. Whether the relationship lasted a few months or years, it represented a significant part of your life. It's important to engage in healthy grieving. Talk about how suppressing emotions can lead to unresolved pain. Crying, talking about feelings, and processing emotions through journaling or art can be cathartic. Healthy grieving versus unhealthy grieving. Unhealthy grieving can involve clinging to the past, self-blame, or idealizing the ex, which can hinder progress. Creating space for emotions. Practical tip: set aside time to reflect and feel your emotions. This might involve writing down thoughts, listening to sad music, or engaging in a reflective activity. Give yourself permission to feel sad, but also set limits so the grieving doesn't dominate your life. Detach and establish boundaries. The importance of no contact. Discuss the value of taking a break from all forms of communication with the ex, whether through texts, social media, or in person. Why it's necessary. Contacting your ex can reopen emotional wounds and hinder your ability to gain closure. Practical steps for no contact. Social media detox. Temporarily unfollow or mute your ex on social media to avoid the urge to check on their life. This will give you space to heal without constant reminders. Physical and emotional boundaries. Set clear boundaries in your life regarding shared friends, places, or memories that may trigger emotions. It's okay to avoid certain situations until you're ready. Letting go of possessions. Discuss how holding on to items that remind you of the relationship can prevent emotional detachment. Practice self-care and reconnect with yourself. Importance of self-care now. Breakups can lead to feelings of worthlessness or low self-esteem. Self-care is essential for rebuilding your sense of self. Physical self-care. Engage in regular exercise, maintain a healthy diet, and get enough sleep. Physical well-being is directly linked to emotional health. Emotional self-care. Surround yourself with supportive friends and family. Talk about how leaning on loved ones helps with emotional recovery. Rediscovering your identity. Often in relationships, people merge their identities. After a breakup, it's important to reconnect with who you are as an individual. Hobbies and interests. Re-engage with hobbies that you may have neglected during the relationship, or try new activities to explore your identity. Mindfulness and mental health. Explore mindfulness techniques like meditation, breathing exercises, or yoga, which can help manage anxiety and stress during the healing process. If necessary, consider seeking therapy or counseling to help process complex emotions. There's no shame in getting professional help. Reframing your perspective. The power of perspective. Encourage a shift in perspective by recognizing that the breakup, while painful, can also be an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. Learning from the relationship. Reflect on the relationship's lessons. What did you learn about yourself? your needs, and what you want in the future. Releasing blame. Avoid placing all blame on yourself or your ex. Relationships are a shared experience, and accepting the past without guilt or resentment is key to moving on. Gratitude and positivity. Encourage journaling or reflecting on the things you are grateful for outside of the relationship. Shifting focus toward positive aspects of life can accelerate the healing process. Affirmations. Use positive affirmations to rebuild self-confidence and foster a positive mindset. Reframe thoughts from "I lost everything" to "I'm gaining a fresh start." Moving forward and opening to new possibilities. Fostering new connections. Once you've healed, consider expanding your social circle and forming new connections. This doesn't necessarily mean jumping into a new relationship, but rather meeting new people and fostering friendships. Be mindful of any emotional rebound traps. Healing completely before entering a new relationship will lead to healthier, more fulfilling future connections. Goals and future plans. Revisit your life goals. What do you want for your future now that you have space to focus on yourself? Set new goals, whether personal, professional, or emotional, that align with your newfound sense of independence. Patience with the process. Emphasize that healing from a breakup takes time, and setbacks are normal. Don't rush into being over it, and allow yourself to move at your own pace. Conclusion. Breakups as transformation. Breakups as a catalyst for growth. Frame the breakup as a transformative process rather than just a painful one. While it's natural to feel heartbroken, it's also a powerful moment to reconnect with who you are and to learn valuable life lessons. Support networks and continuous growth. Keep emphasizing the importance of leaning on friends, family, and therapists during this time and continuing to grow emotionally even after the healing process is complete. Final words. Acknowledge that breakups, while tough, are an integral part of life, and going through them equips you with resilience and clarity for the future. Now here's also another explanation of how you can rebuild yourself from a breakup. Understanding the emotional landscape, the nature of heartbreak, exploring the psychological, physiological, and emotional impact of breakups. Why breakups feel like physical pain, the science behind emotional pain, and how it affects the brain. Common emotional responses: shock, sadness, anger, regret, and relief. Grieving the relationship, recognizing the importance of grief. Breakups as a form of loss. Healthy versus unhealthy grieving. How to process emotions without falling into destructive patterns. Journaling through the pain. How writing down your feelings can create clarity. Emotional triggers. Identifying and managing emotional triggers, like photos, places, or songs that bring back memories. Practical life hack. Create new memories in old places to reclaim them for yourself. The role of self-compassion. How to treat yourself kindly during a breakup. Life hack. Daily affirmations for boosting self-worth and preventing negative self-talk. Creating emotional boundaries. 2.1. Why boundaries are necessary. Understanding why emotional and physical boundaries with your ex are crucial for healing. How maintaining contact can prolong the grieving process. The no contact rule. Life hack. Implementing the no contact rule and how it helps to speed up recovery. dealing with the urge to reach out, practical tools for stopping yourself from texting or calling, using social media breaks to create space, handling shared spaces and social circles, navigating mutual friendships and shared social circles post-breakup. Life hack: set clear boundaries with friends about discussing your ex or the breakup, strategies for avoiding awkward run-ins, or how to emotionally prepare if they happen. The importance of detoxing from the ex. Decluttering your physical space, getting rid of reminders, gifts, and photos. Life hack: repurpose items that remind you of your ex to symbolically reclaim your life. Rebuilding self-esteem after a breakup. Breakups can lead to self-doubt and identity crises, especially in long-term relationships. Life hack: daily routines and habits that help rebuild confidence. Self-reflection exercises to reconnect with the you outside the relationship. Self-care practices for healing. Emotional self-care. Setting up rituals that provide comfort and structure. Physical self-care. Using fitness, healthy eating, and sleep to support emotional recovery. Life hack: develop a self-care toolkit, meditation, journaling, creative outlets to fall back on during difficult times. Rediscovering your interests and passions. Life hack: create a list of activities and hobbies you once enjoyed and gradually reintroduce them into your life. The power of creative expression, painting, music, writing, as a healing tool. Setting new life goals. How to set short-term and long-term personal goals to shift focus from the breakup to the future. Life hack: create a vision board or goal. Journal to stay motivated and look forward to new experiences. Managing loneliness and rebuilding your social life. Understanding loneliness post-breakup. Why loneliness is one of the hardest parts of a breakup and how to cope with it constructively. The difference between being alone and being lonely. Life hacks for navigating loneliness. Reaching out to friends and family. How to strengthen existing relationships and build new ones. Life hack: host a reconnect. Gathering with friends to focus on rebuilding your social circle. Taking on new activities, clubs, or classes to meet new people and prevent isolation. Finding comfort in solitude. Learning to be okay with spending time alone and seeing solitude as an opportunity for growth. Life hack: schedule time each day for solo activities that you enjoy or want to explore. The role of pets in emotional healing. How pets can provide emotional support and companionship during difficult times. Life hack: if you don't have a pet, consider volunteering at an animal shelter for a dose of unconditional love. Processing emotional baggage. Understanding emotional baggage. Breakups often leave behind unresolved emotions or issues that can carry into future relationships. Life hack: identify emotional patterns, e.g., insecurity, fear of abandonment, that stem from the breakup and work on addressing them. Forgiveness and letting go. The power of forgiveness, not just for your ex, but for yourself. Life hack: use guided meditation and visualization. Techniques to let go of anger and resentment. Writing letters to your ex that you don't send to release lingering feelings. Seeing a therapist or counselor. The benefits of therapy and processing emotional baggage from a breakup. Life hack: seek out breakup-specific support groups, either online or in person, to share and heal with others. Preparing for future relationships. Moving on at your own pace. There's no set timeline for when you should feel ready to date again. Listen to your own emotional needs. Life hack: make a list of personal qualities you'd like to bring into a future relationship, as well as qualities you'd like to avoid in a partner. How to navigate dating after a breakup. Tips for dipping your toes back into dating when you feel ready. Life hack: use casual dating apps with the mindset of making new connections rather than finding a new partner right away. Recognizing rebound relationships. Life hack: how to differentiate between healing through connection and jumping into a rebound that may not be emotionally fulfilling. Lessons for future relationships. What you've learned from the breakup can help you create healthier and more fulfilling relationships in the future. Life hack: practice open and honest communication with potential new partners from the start. Thriving after heartbreak. The transformation process. Life hack. Create a personal narrative that frames the breakup as an essential stepping stone for personal growth and resilience. How to see your breakup as a learning experience that will ultimately lead to a better version of yourself. Staying positive in the long run. Strategies for keeping a positive mindset long after the breakup has passed. Life hack. Gratitude. Journaling to focus on the good things in life and the positive changes you've made. Paying it forward. Helping others through their breakups. How supporting friends or participating in breakup support communities can solidify your own healing. Life hack. Volunteer to lead a breakup, support group, or write about your journey to help others. Embracing new beginnings. Finding strength in your journey. Reflecting on how far you've come since the breakup and recognizing the personal strength you've gained. Moving into the future. Life hack. Celebrate milestones in your healing journey, no matter how small, to reinforce your sense of accomplishment. Thriving beyond the breakup. Ultimately, breakups are a chance to reconnect with yourself and embrace new possibilities. The end of one chapter always leads to the beginning of another. Additional resources. Recommended books, podcasts, and online communities for breakup recovery. Life hack. Download apps designed to help you focus on mindfulness, self-care, and emotional well-being during and after breakups. Understanding the emotional landscape. The science of heartbreak. The neuroscience of love. Explain how love activates reward centers in the brain. Discuss the brain chemistry involved in love, focusing on hormones like dopamine and oxytocin, and how their withdrawal during a breakup can create feelings similar to withdrawal from drugs. Heartbreak as physical pain. Expand on the idea that emotional pain triggers the same areas of the brain as physical pain, explaining why breakups can hurt both mentally and physically. Grief after a breakup. The 5 stages of grief in depth. Go beyond just explaining the 5 stages: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, acceptance, offering real-world examples of each and discussing how people often oscillate between stages, how grief is different after long-term versus short-term relationships. Break down how the length and intensity of the relationship affect how deeply one grieves. Coping with emotional triggers. The importance of emotional triggers. Explain why certain things, songs, locations, photos, are more emotionally charged than others. Go into the psychology of memory recall and how sensory experiences, smells, sounds, can reignite emotions from the relationship. Life hack. Trigger mapping. Suggest creating a trigger map that helps identify things that trigger emotional responses, and then finding strategies to minimize exposure to them. For example, avoid certain playlists or temporarily block specific social media feeds. Cultivating self-compassion. The role of self-compassion in healing. Discuss research by psychologists like Kristen Neff, who argue that self-compassion is more important than self-esteem after a breakup. Life hack. Practicing self-compassion in real time. Teach readers to use self-compassion breaks, where they pause during moments of intense emotional pain, acknowledge their suffering, and then offer themselves kindness as they would a friend. Emotional vulnerability and its benefits. Learning to be vulnerable again. Discuss how vulnerability often feels dangerous after a breakup, but is crucial for healing. Life hack. Write a letter to yourself. Encourage readers to write a compassionate letter to themselves, acknowledging their pain and encouraging future hope. Creating emotional boundaries. The emotional need for boundaries. Understanding emotional entanglement. Explain how lingering emotional connections can impede healing. This section could explore attachment theory and how our attachment styles, anxious, avoidant, secure, affect our ability to establish boundaries. Life hack. Boundary visualization. A meditation exercise where you imagine creating an emotional boundary, like a protective bubble, between yourself and your ex to prevent emotional spillover. The no-contact rule in practice. The psychology of no contact. Explore the psychological benefits of no contact. emphasizing how distance helps the brain detox from the emotional addiction to the relationship. Life hack, accountability partner. Suggest finding a friend or family member who can hold you accountable to the no contact rule and be there when the urge to break it arises. Managing slip UPS. Offer strategies for how to recover when the no contact rule is broken, emphasizing forgiveness and returning to the plan. Navigating shared social spaces. The difficulty of mutual friendships. Provide strategies for managing relationships with mutual friends, including direct communication about what you need from those friends to feel emotionally safe. Life hack, friend map. Create a visual map of your social circle to decide who you feel comfortable being around and who you may need space from post-breakup. Social media detoxing. Why social media can delay healing. Dive into how social media creates a false narrative of your exes, life that can lead to prolonged emotional attachment or comparison. Research social media's effects on mental health post-breakup. Life hack, social media cleanse strategy. Offer tips on unfollowing, muting, or temporarily deactivating accounts without losing touch with friends or other aspects of life. Reclaiming self-worth and identity. Rebuilding self-esteem. Breakups' impact on self-worth. Go deeper into the psychological impact breakups have on our self-worth, explaining how relationships often form part of our identity, and how losing that can create a sense of personal loss. Life hack. Self-worth calendar. Suggest keeping a calendar where, each day, the reader writes down one thing they value about themselves. Over time, this creates a record of positive affirmations. Self-care. Practices for physical and mental. Healing physical self-care as emotional care. Expand on how exercise, diet, and sleep impact emotional healing. Research the link between physical activity and the release of endorphins, which can counteract depression after a breakup. Life hack, 30-day self-care challenge. Propose a structured self-care plan where readers commit to 30 days of simple self-care activities, like going for a walk, taking a bath, or meditating, with a tracking system to measure emotional improvements. Rediscovering hobbies and interests. The importance of rediscovering yourself. Explain how, in relationships, people often lose touch with their individual interests, and breakups offer a chance to rediscover passions. Life hack, the passion list. Encourage readers to write down activities they've enjoyed in the past but haven't engaged in recently, and challenge themselves to reintroduce at least one of them each week. Creating a new identity. Post-breakup is reinvention. Discuss how breakups, while painful, are also opportunities for personal reinvention. Focus on how one can consciously decide what kind of person they want to become. Life hack, personal rebranding. Teach readers to create a personal manifesto, outlining who they want to be post-breakup, setting intentions for the future, setting and achieving goals post-breakup. The power of short-term goals. Breakups often leave people feeling adrift. Setting achievable short-term goals helps regain a sense of control. Life hack, breakup bucket list. Encourage creating a list of things they've always wanted to do but couldn't during the relationship, from solo travel to taking a class. Managing loneliness and rebuilding your social life. Understanding the psychological roots of loneliness. The difference between loneliness and solitude. Break down the psychology of loneliness, explaining that it is often about connection to self, not just others. Life hack, alone time rituals. Teach how to use solitude as a time for reflection and growth, such as setting aside time for journaling or meditation as a self-care routine. Rebuilding your social circle. The importance of social support. Explore research on how social support systems are vital to emotional well-being and how breakups often lead to temporary isolation. Life hack, plan social reboots. Give practical advice on how to organize regular social events to gradually rebuild a social life, such as inviting friends for coffee, game nights, or trying new group activities. Opening up to new experiences. Life after the relationship. Encourage readers to join new clubs or take classes in things they've always been curious about, like painting, cooking, or dance. Life hack. Say yes challenge. Challenge readers to say yes to every social invitation for a month as a way to expand their social horizons and reframe their mindset. Processing emotional baggage, understanding and acknowledging baggage. Why emotional baggage matters. Delve into how unresolved issues from past relationships can carry over into future ones. Life hack. Emotional audit. Encourage readers to reflect on their relationship, identifying patterns of behavior or unresolved issues they might carry into future relationships. Forgiveness and closure. The importance of forgiveness. Explain the emotional freedom that comes with forgiving your ex and yourself, even if they don't ask for forgiveness. Life hack. Forgiveness letter. Guide readers to write a letter of forgiveness, either to their ex or to themselves, that they don't sin, as a way to release negative emotions. Conclusion and expanded resources. Encourage readers to view the breakup as a process of transformation and personal growth. Reflect on how the journey of self-discovery can lead to stronger, healthier relationships in the future. Expanded resources. Offer an extensive list of books, apps. Preparing for future relationships. Healing before moving on. The importance of emotional readiness. Breakups often leave emotional scars that can affect future relationships if not fully addressed. Emphasize the importance of healing before entering a new relationship. Life hack. Emotional check-in. Create a practice where, before dating again, readers ask themselves a series of questions to assess their emotional readiness, such as, am I still holding on to pain from my previous relationship? Identifying personal growth and lessons learned. Learning from the past. Reflecting on what worked and what didn't in the previous relationship helps to avoid repeating mistakes. This section would go into depth about relationship patterns, attachment styles, and personal growth. Life hack. Relationship autopsy. Encourage readers to do a relationship autopsy, where they examine both the good and bad of their previous relationship and write down key lessons learned. This process helps foster awareness for future relationships. The difference between rebound and real connection. Understanding rebound relationships. Many people enter rebound relationships to distract themselves from the pain of a breakup, but they may not be emotionally ready for a real connection. Life hack. Rebound awareness. Suggest readers give themselves a set time frame before considering dating again. For example, a self-imposed 3-month single rule, where they focus solely on themselves before allowing new romantic interests. Building healthy boundaries for future relationships. Learning to set boundaries early. Breakups often highlight the areas where boundaries were not properly set. This section could explore the importance of creating healthy emotional, physical, and digital boundaries in future relationships. Life hack. Boundary planning. Encourage readers to write down their non-negotiables before entering a new relationship. This could include how much time they need for themselves, how they want to handle social media, or how they'll communicate about conflicts. Communication skills for future relationships. Mastering communication. Breakups often stem from miscommunication or poor conflict resolution. This section will offer tips on how to cultivate open, honest, and respectful communication in future relationships. Life hack. Weekly relationship check-in. In future relationships, encourage readers to have a regular check-in with their partner, e.g., once a week, where they discuss any concerns, feelings, or areas of improvement in the relationship. Practicing vulnerability again. The risk and reward of vulnerability. After a breakup, it's common to build emotional walls, but true connection comes from being vulnerable. Life hack. Gradual vulnerability steps. Teach readers to slowly build up vulnerability in future relationships by starting with small disclosures and gradually opening up more as trust builds. Thriving after heartbreak. Embracing the single life. The benefits of being single. Often, breakups leave people fearing they'll be alone forever. This chapter focuses on the positive aspects of being single. freedom, self-discovery, and the ability to fully focus on personal goals. Life hack, singlehood, bucket list. Encourage readers to make a singlehood bucket list, a list of things they want to accomplish before entering their next relationship. This could include solo travel, learning a new skill, or focusing on career goals. Turning pain into purpose. Reframing heartbreak as growth, rather than seeing heartbreak as something that weakens us. Help readers see it as a transformative experience that can build resilience. Life hack, heartbreak narrative. Suggest readers write a narrative about their breakup that frames it in a positive light. For example, instead of, "I was rejected," they might say, "I learned what I need from a partner, and I'm now more aware of my own worth." Using creativity as a healing tool. Creative expression as emotional release. Art, music, writing, and other creative outlets can be incredibly healing after a breakup. This section would explore the psychological benefits of creative expression and how it can be used as a tool to process emotions. Life hack, creative breakup project. Suggest readers channel their emotions into a creative project, whether that's writing a breakup diary, creating art, or even starting a blog about their healing journey. Helping others heal. Supporting others as a way to heal. One powerful way to solidify healing is by helping others. Whether it's offering advice, sharing their story, or leading a breakup support group, helping others who are going through similar pain can bring a sense of closure and purpose. Life hack, mentor someone going through a breakup. Encourage readers to share their journey by mentoring a friend or family member who may be experiencing a breakup. This could be done through direct conversations or by writing letters of encouragement. The role of mindfulness in long-term healing. Staying present after heartbreak. Discuss the importance of mindfulness and being present in the moment to avoid ruminating on the past or worrying about the future. Life hack, mindfulness meditation routine. Encourage readers to adopt a daily mindfulness meditation practice to keep themselves grounded and focused on their own well-being. A new beginning, celebrating milestones in healing. Recognizing your growth. Healing after a breakup is often a long and difficult process. It's important to celebrate the milestones along the way, whether it's going a month without thinking about your ex or feeling genuinely excited about the future again. Life hack, breakup healing journal. Encourage readers to keep a breakup journal where they record their thoughts, feelings, and progress. Over time, they can look back and see how far they've come. Embracing your new life. Looking toward the future. This final section would inspire readers to embrace their new life with open arms, focusing on the lessons they've learned and the opportunities ahead. Life hack, future vision exercise. Suggest a visualization exercise where readers imagine their ideal future self, what they're doing, who they've become, and what they've learned from the breakup. The journey of self-discovery. The breakup as a catalyst for self-growth. End on an uplifting note, reminding readers that breakups, though painful, often lead to profound self-growth, new opportunities, and deeper self-understanding. Life hack, final letter to self. Encourage readers to write a letter to their future selves, expressing gratitude for the lessons they've learned and excitement for what's to come. Expanded additional resources, recommended books and audiobooks. A detailed list of books about breakup recovery, self-love, and emotional healing. Categories can include memoirs, self-help, and psychology. 9.2. Podcasts and audio resources. Offer a curated list of podcasts focused on breakups, relationships, mental health, and personal growth. This section could break down podcasts into different subcategories based on the listener's needs, e.g., inspiration, therapy-based advice, real-life stories, apps for mindfulness and self-care. Recommend apps that focus on mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or emotional well-being, such as Headspace, Calm, or Azure. Online breakup communities. Suggest online forums, Facebook groups, or websites dedicated to breakup recovery, offering peer support from people going through similar experiences. therapists and counselors provide guidance on how to find a therapist or counselor who specializes in breakup, recovery, and emotional trauma, with links to online directories like Psychology Today or Therapy Matcher. Breakup coaching services introduce the concept of breakup coaches and how they can offer personalized advice and strategies for healing. Suggest platforms where readers can find certified breakup coaches. Reflecting on the past relationship, understanding the lessons from past relationships. Reflection on what went wrong. Help readers objectively look back on the relationship to understand what worked and what didn't, without blame or shame. Life hack, lessons learned journal. Encourage readers to keep a journal where they list key takeaways from their last relationship, focusing on patterns of behavior, unmet needs, and communication breakdowns. Analyzing patterns and attachment styles. Understanding attachment styles. Offer an in-depth look at attachment theory, secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized attachment, and how these impact relationships. Life hack, attachment style quiz. Provide a resource or direct readers to take an attachment style quiz to better understand how their attachment style may have influenced their past relationship dynamics. Breaking the cycle of repeating patterns. Help readers identify negative relationship patterns they may repeat, e.g., choosing emotionally unavailable partners, codependence, and provide strategies to avoid these patterns in the future. The emotional baggage audit. Letting go of resentment. Discuss the emotional baggage people often carry after a breakup, such as anger, fear, or insecurity. Life hack, emotional baggage inventory. Guide readers to do a personal inventory where they write down any emotional baggage they're still holding on to and steps to release it, e.g., forgiveness exercises, therapy. Life hack, resentment release ritual. A structured process of identifying and releasing lingering negative emotions about their ex. Forgiveness and moving forward. The importance of forgiveness. Discuss the power of forgiveness, not for the sake of the ex, but to free oneself from the emotional weight of the past. Life hack, write a letter you never send. Suggest readers write a letter to their ex or themselves as a way to release lingering emotions and offer forgiveness. This can provide closure even if no direct communication occurs. Rebuilding self-worth and identity. Rediscovering your identity. Who are you now? Many people lose part of their identity in relationships. Encourage self-reflection on who they were before the relationship and who they are now. Asterisk life hack. Identity exploration. Reclaiming your personal goals. In relationships, personal ambitions can sometimes take a back seat. Now is the time to revisit and rejuvenate personal dreams and ambitions. Life hack, dream board creation. Guide readers through creating a physical or digital vision board that represents their aspirations and goals. Outside of relationships, career, hobbies, travel, and personal development. Life hack, weekly. Self-reflection check-in. Encourage readers to set a weekly time to check in with themselves. Ask key questions like, what have I done this week that aligns with my passions and goals? Or, what steps have I taken toward personal growth? 2. Building confidence and self-worth. The impact of breakups on self-worth. Breakups often lead to a sense of lost self-esteem. This section would dive into rebuilding self-worth through self-acceptance, achievements, and learning new skills. Life hack, positive affirmations ritual. Teach readers to incorporate positive affirmations into their daily routine. Writing down affirmations such as, I am worthy of love, or I deserve happiness can help rebuild self-confidence. Life hack, self-worth tracker. Create a system where readers can track their daily successes, no matter how small. This tracker reinforces the idea that they are competent, strong, and moving forward. Exploring new interests and passions. Discovering your own interests. Again, relationships sometimes lead people to neglect personal interests in favor of shared activities. Now is the time to explore those neglected interests. Life hack, 30-Day Passion Challenge. Suggest a challenge where readers commit to trying something new for 30 days, whether it's painting, hiking, volunteering, or learning a language. Encourage them to document their experiences and reflect on how they feel afterward. Building a diverse social circle. The importance of surrounding oneself with friends who encourage personal growth rather than just romantic pursuits. 4. Physical and emotional self-care. Taking care of your body and mind. Focusing on holistic wellness through exercise, nutrition, and mental health is key to feeling ready for a new relationship. Life hack. Self-care calendar. Readers can create a personalized self-care calendar that schedules time for activities like yoga, meditation, nature walks, or even bubble baths. This routine promotes emotional balance and overall well-being. Embracing solitude. Learning to be comfortable with being alone is a critical step in preparing for a future relationship. Solitude allows for self-growth and reflection without the distractions of a partner. Life hack. Solo date night. Encourage readers to regularly plan and execute solo date nights where they treat themselves as they would a romantic partner, going to their favorite restaurant, attending a concert, or even having a quiet night at home with a book and candles. Setting boundaries for future relationships. 1. The importance of boundaries. Defining healthy boundaries. Often, past relationships fail due to poor boundaries. In preparing for future relationships, it's essential to establish clear boundaries for oneself. Life hack. Boundary identification exercise. Encourage readers to reflect on their last relationship and identify where boundaries were overstepped. Then, have them write a list of non-negotiable boundaries for their future relationship. These might include emotional boundaries, physical boundaries, and even digital boundaries related to social media. Communicating boundaries effectively. Teaching readers how to communicate boundaries early in relationships without feeling guilty or fearful of rejection. 2. Emotional boundaries. Understanding emotional availability. Discuss emotional availability and the importance of protecting one's emotional energy in the early stages of a relationship. Life hack. Emotional self-check. Suggest that readers regularly perform emotional self-checks when entering a new relationship to ensure they are not over-investing emotionally too early. Life hack. Emotional capacity scale. Create a scale where readers can rate their emotional capacity daily. If they are below a certain threshold, they may need to focus on self-care rather than pouring energy into someone else. 3. Setting physical and digital boundaries. Physical boundaries. Encourage readers to think about how physical boundaries might look in a new relationship, from the pace of physical intimacy to personal space and time. Digital boundaries. With social media playing such a large role in modern relationships, it's important to set boundaries around how much of a relationship is shared online and when. Life hack. Social media detox in early relationships. Suggest readers implement a social media detox when entering a new relationship to focus on building a genuine connection without the pressure of online validation. Building healthy communication skills. The foundation of communication. Healthy communication is the bedrock of a successful relationship. This section would dive deep into communication techniques that foster honesty, empathy, and understanding. Life hack. Active listening practice. Teach readers how to practice active listening, focusing fully on their partner's words, body language, and emotions, rather than preparing their response while the other is talking. Conflict resolution healthy. Conflict versus toxic conflict. Many relationships fall apart due to poor conflict resolution skills. Explore the difference between healthy conflict, which can strengthen a relationship, and toxic conflict, which breaks it down. Life hack. Conflict resolution worksheet. Provide a downloadable worksheet where readers can map out strategies for dealing with conflict in a future relationship. This could include "I feel" statements, reflective listening, and taking timeouts when emotions run high. Vulnerability and trust. The power of vulnerability. Vulnerability is essential for building trust, but it's often difficult after experiencing a breakup. Life hack, gradual. Vulnerability roadmap. Create a roadmap where readers can practice opening up little by little in new relationships. They could start with sharing small personal stories and gradually work up to deeper, more vulnerable disclosures as trust builds. Trust building techniques. Teach strategies for slowly building trust in future relationships, emphasizing that trust must be earned over time through consistency and open communication. Embracing the single life before entering a new relationship. 10,000 words. 1. The value of being single. Why singlehood is important. Many people rush into new relationships to avoid loneliness, but there is great value in embracing single life. Being single offers time for self-reflection, growth, and independence. Life hack. Celebrate singlehood. Create a list of reasons why being single is a valuable experience. Encourage readers to explore activities and hobbies they might not have had time for in a relationship. Life hack. 6-month singlehood challenge. Suggest a 6-month challenge where readers commit to being single. During this time, they focus on personal development, hobbies, and socializing outside of romantic contexts. Building a full life without a relationship. Living fully as a single person. It's possible to live a full, enriching life without a romantic partner. This section explores how readers can find joy and fulfillment through friendships, hobbies, and personal goals. Life hack. Full life inventory. Guide readers through taking stock of the different areas of their life, career, social life, hobbies, health, and identify any areas that need more attention. Balancing independence with future relationships. Maintaining independence in a relationship. Once readers are ready for a new relationship, it's important they don't lose their sense of independence. Re-entering the dating world. Taking the leap into dating again. When to start dating again. Help readers recognize when they're truly ready to date again, ensuring it's a decision made out of genuine readiness rather than fear of loneliness. Life hack. Am I ready? Checklist. Create a comprehensive checklist for readers to fill out before re-entering the dating world. It could include emotional readiness, confidence level, and ensuring any lingering feelings for their ex are fully resolved. Healthy dating practices. Dating with intention. Encourage readers to date with a clear sense of what they want in a relationship, avoiding casual dating if their goal is to find a long-term partner. Life hack. Personal dating values list. Guide readers to create a list of non-negotiable values they're looking for in a partner, ensuring they stick to their principles, rather than compromising out of fear of being alone. Navigating modern dating apps. Pros and cons of dating apps. Discuss the benefits and challenges of using dating apps to find a partner, and how to maintain emotional balance while swiping through endless profiles. Life hack. Digital dating boundaries. Set clear boundaries for how much time readers will spend on dating apps each day or week to avoid burnout or emotional fatigue. This framework offers a roadmap for preparing for future relationships after a breakup. Each section contains actionable life hacks, reflective exercises, and practical advice that ensures readers are emotionally and mentally ready to enter their next relationship from a place of strength and self-awareness. Practicing patience in the dating process. Why patience is key. After a breakup, many people rush into dating, hoping to find immediate validation or a replacement for their previous partner. However, it's crucial to pace yourself and allow relationships to develop organically. Life hack. Slow dating ritual. Encourage readers to adopt a slow dating practice where they commit to not rushing through the dating process. This could include waiting a set period before introducing a new partner to friends and family, or limiting the number of dates per week to focus on quality over quantity. Life hack. Reflection journal after dates. After each date, suggest that readers write in a reflection journal. The goal is to reflect on how they felt during the date, whether the person aligns with their values, and whether they are genuinely interested or simply seeking comfort. Developing emotional resilience for dating. Dealing with rejection and disappointment. Not every date or romantic interest will lead to a relationship, and facing rejection can be tough, especially after a breakup. Building emotional resilience is key to navigating dating without getting disheartened. Life hack: emotional resilience practice. Create a daily or weekly practice that includes affirmations or meditations focused on emotional resilience. For example, encourage readers to remind themselves that rejection is not personal but simply an indication that someone wasn't the right fit. The power of no. Help readers become comfortable with saying no to people who don't align with their values or needs. This practice reinforces self-worth and sets the stage for healthier future relationships. Rebuilding trust in the dating world. Trust after betrayal or heartbreak. If a breakup involved infidelity or deep betrayal, trusting a new partner can feel like a huge challenge. It's important to rebuild that trust slowly, both in oneself and in others. Life hack: trust rebuilding exercises. Suggest specific trust-building exercises that readers can practice when dating. This could involve small acts of vulnerability, like sharing a personal story, engaging how their new partner responds. It's also about trusting their own judgment, which they can develop by reflecting on the red flags they may have ignored in past relationships. The importance of setting small trust goals. Guide readers to set small trust goals with new partners. For instance, they might decide to trust their partner to make plans for a date or to keep certain promises. Over time, trust builds from these small steps. Finding compatibility beyond chemistry. Chemistry versus compatibility. Many relationships are fueled by chemistry in the early stages, but compatibility in values, lifestyle, and goals is what sustains a relationship in the long run. Life hack: compatibility checklist. Suggest that readers create a compatibility checklist that outlines the most important aspects of a relationship beyond attraction. Understanding and building emotional intelligence. The role of emotional intelligence in relationships. Why emotional intelligence matters. Emotional intelligence plays a critical role in how we understand our own emotions and the emotions of our partners. High EI leads to healthier communication, empathy, and conflict resolution. Life hack: emotional intelligence assessment. Direct readers to take an emotional intelligence assessment to understand their current EI level. This will help identify areas where they can grow, such as empathy, self-regulation, or emotional awareness. Practicing self-awareness in relationships. Understanding your emotional triggers. Self-awareness involves recognizing your emotional triggers and understanding how they affect your behavior in relationships. Life hack: trigger journal. Suggest readers keep a trigger journal where they track situations in which they felt emotionally triggered. Whether it's jealousy, anger, or insecurity, they should reflect on why these emotions arose and how they can better manage them in the future. Recognizing your partner's triggers in a future relationship. Understanding and respecting your partner's emotional triggers is equally important. 3. Developing empathy and compassion. The power of empathy. Being able to put yourself in your partner's shoes is a cornerstone of emotional intelligence. This section would delve into how empathy fosters connection and understanding in relationships. Life hack: empathy practice. Teach readers an empathy practice where, during disagreements or difficult conversations, they consciously try to understand their partner's perspective before responding. This might involve repeating their partner's feelings or concerns in their own words to ensure they've understood them correctly. The role of compassion. Compassion goes beyond empathy by adding a desire to help or support your partner when they're in pain or struggling. 4. Managing your emotions during conflict. Emotional regulation in high-stress moments. Being able to manage your emotions during conflict is essential to maintaining a healthy relationship. This section will focus on emotional regulation, techniques to avoid reacting impulsively or harshly. Life hack, 10-second rule. Teach readers the 10-second rule, where they commit to pausing and taking 10 deep breaths before responding during an argument. This allows them time to cool down and respond more thoughtfully rather than react emotionally. Life hack, the timeout strategy. Encourage couples to implement a timeout strategy where either person can request a break from a heated conversation to avoid saying something hurtful. This break should be used to reflect and calm down before revisiting the issue. 5. Emotional availability and vulnerability. Being emotionally available. Emotional availability is crucial for building deep connections. Defining what you want in a future partner. Understanding your core values and relationship needs. Clarifying your values. A successful relationship often stems from shared core values. Readers need to clarify their own values before they can look for these in a partner. Life hack, core values list. Encourage readers to create a detailed list of their top 5 core values, e.g., honesty, loyalty, personal growth. Once they know what's important to them, it becomes easier to spot alignment in future partners. Life hack, relationship needs. Worksheet. Have readers identify and write down their must-have relationship needs. These could include emotional support, shared goals, or intellectual stimulation. It's essential to know what's non-negotiable before entering a new relationship. Recognizing deal breakers. The importance of non-negotiables. In past relationships, readers may have compromised on issues that were ultimately deal breakers. This section teaches them how to recognize red flags and avoid repeating the same mistakes. Life hack, deal breaker checklist. Guide readers through creating a deal breaker checklist. These are non-negotiables in a partner that they will not compromise on, e.g., different life goals, infidelity, substance abuse. Having this written down helps avoid emotional decision-making in the early stages of dating. Understanding the difference between wants and needs. Clarifying wants versus needs. Sometimes, people confuse surface-level desires, e.g., physical appearance, hobbies, with deeper needs, e.g., emotional availability, shared values. Help readers make this distinction for healthier relationship choices. Life hack, ideal partner. Exercise. Encourage readers to make a list of qualities they'd like in a partner, then divide them into 2 columns, wants and needs. This helps to prioritize the traits that truly matter. In building a lasting relationship, balancing flexibility and standards. While it's important to have standards, being too rigid with a checklist of traits can prevent readers from seeing the potential in real, imperfect people. Life hack, the 80-20 rule. Teach readers to embrace the idea that if a partner meets 80% of their key relationship needs, the relationship can be fulfilling. Encourage them to let go of perfectionism and accept that no one will meet 100% of their checklist. Identifying emotional compatibility. The role of emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is critical for long-term relationship success. Help readers understand what it looks like and how to assess it in future partners. Life hack, emotional compatibility quiz. Suggest readers take or create an emotional compatibility quiz with potential partners. This quiz could cover how they handle emotions, communicate under stress, and show empathy. Emotional maturity is as essential as physical or intellectual compatibility. Healthy dating practices. Dating with intention and purpose. Dating mindfully. Encourage readers to approach dating with a sense of purpose, focusing on meaningful connections, rather than casual encounters that don't align with their values. Life hack, intentional dating plan. Guide readers to create a dating plan. This plan should outline how they'll approach dating, e.g., dating only one person at a time, having meaningful conversations early on, ensuring their time and energy are used wisely, building a genuine connection. The art of authenticity. One of the biggest barriers to forming a real connection is trying to fit into what you think the other person wants. Teach readers how to show up as their authentic selves from the start. Life hack, authenticity. Challenge. Encourage readers to take an authenticity challenge where, on the first few dates, they consciously practice being vulnerable, sharing their true interests, and not filtering their personality. This can help build a stronger foundation of trust and understanding. Pacing a new relationship, avoiding emotional overinvestment early on. New relationships can be exciting, but moving too fast emotionally can lead to burnout or disappointment. Life hack: relationship pace meter. Create a tool where readers can rate how fast a relationship is progressing emotionally, physically, and mentally. If they find themselves moving too fast, suggest they slow down and allow more time for getting to know their partner. Knowing when to walk away. Spotting red flags. Not every date will lead to a long-term relationship, and that's okay. Teach readers how to recognize red flags early on and exit gracefully when they realize someone isn't a good match. Life hack: red flag radar. Suggest readers keep a mental or written list of red flags to be aware of in dating, whether it's inconsistent communication, avoidance of serious topics, or disrespectful behavior. If they spot these, encourage them to move on. Communication in the early stages. Laying the foundation for open communication. Good communication from the start sets the tone for a healthy relationship. Life hack: open communication prompts. Create a set of communication prompts to use during the first few dates. Questions like, "What are you looking for in a relationship?" and "What's your love language?" can help establish transparency and alignment in values and expectations early on. Navigating emotional vulnerability. Learning when to be vulnerable. While vulnerability is essential for building trust, oversharing too early can be counterproductive. Life hack: vulnerability levels. Teach readers how to pace their vulnerability in dating by using vulnerability levels. For instance, early on, share lighter personal stories, and as trust builds, open up about deeper experiences. This gradual approach helps avoid emotional overload.